What up guys, it is Justice here, and this notification that I will be slaying till I drop today. I'm going to the Rune Dragons. They are being released today, the Adamant and Rune Dragons. I cannot wait. I am so psyched to kill these things, and I've been building up the hype over on Twitch over the past week. And with a lot of you guys, and I just haven't been updating you via YouTube. So this video I'm going to use as like an update, sort of quick update video of what I've been up to in terms of preparing for these Rune Dragons. I'm going to be live streaming these dragons all week, especially all day today and tomorrow. The dragon hype is real right now, and my aim is to go over a duration of time for all of the unique drops from these dragons. Now, that will depend on how rare they are. We don't know how rare they are yet. I'm definitely going to go for the T90 boot attachments. There's also a few other really cool drops coming out, such as the cosmetic armor from the elite dragons, which just proves how many elite dragons you've actually killed. That is the Kethsi cosmetic armor override. Also, there's a Kethsi ring, which you can get from the elite dragons, which gives you 4% damage bonus against mithril dragons and 8% damage bonus or 8% DPS bonus whilst in Curadel's dungeon on a Slayer task. So that's quite interesting as well. So it'd be kind of cool to go for the ring as well. But those are the main drops that are being dropped by these Rune Dragons. Now, in terms of preparing for this huge update onto the game, I've been doing a lot of Slayer over on Twitch. I've been doing lots of Slay days, been adding up my points. I used a lot of those points on my Slayer belt when that was released earlier last week, like last Monday. So I spent a lot of points on the Slayer belt upgrading that. So then I had to start from scratch again from 0 points and try and build up to a decent number. And a decent number for me, which I've prepped for, is 1,000 Slayer points. So I've got 1,000 Slayer points now ready for the release of these Rune Dragons today. That will mean I'll be able to cancel, let's say, 33 tasks in order to get Rune Dragons as a task. And also I've heard there's an early bird bonus. I'm not quite sure how accurate that is, that source of information, but I've heard there's an increased chance that you can get Rune Dragons on release date, which I'm not sure I agree with, because they've made it this challenge and then they're making it easy on release day when everybody's doing it anyway. But anyway, that's another discussion for another time. On top of this, I've also been building up my VIP Slayer tickets. You don't need loads of these at the beginning, so I've got about 25 at the moment, which I've got stacked up just from AFKing some mini games on Sunday. So I've built up some Thaler, and every 5 Thaler you can buy 1 Slayer VIP Slayer ticket. If you didn't know, whilst you've got a VIP Slayer ticket in your inventory and you go and get a task off a master, you will have 2 options rather than 1 option, and you can choose between the 2. That way you have an increased chance of getting a Rune Dragon Slayer task. Now, it was confirmed by Mod Stew about a week ago that the Rune Dragons, you'll only be able to get T90 boot attachments, such as the Dragon Tooth for the Ragefire, the Glaiven and the Steadfast from Rune Dragons whilst you're on a Slayer task, bar the exception of the elite Rune Dragon that spawns randomly, and there's a chance of you getting those T90 boot attachments from elite Rune Dragons off or on a task. But that's why I've been building up my Slayer points to cancel tasks, to prefer the dragons and all of that good stuff, and also building up the VIP Slayer tickets for that reason as well. I've also got plenty of Dragonbane ammo for arrows and bolts. Again, you don't need loads because you're using abilities and it shouldn't use up your ammo, but I've got those supplies. I've got my super anti-fires ready. I'm going to use Supreme Overloads. Now, yes, I could have used Searing Overloads, but the Supreme Overloads do give you that extra 3% DPS, and it might help here because, I don't know, I've heard these guys aren't going to be that easy. So, you know, they're a Slayer monster, so you're going to be able to farm them, but that extra 3% DPS might be important. So I'm going to take Supreme Overloads with super anti-fires separate. And of course, I've got all the quests completed already. Ritual of Mazurite for the Dragonbane ammo to get through that first phase within the Rune Dragon fight, to take down the Rune Dragon shield. And then I've got the Fate of the Gods quest completed because I can do Nihils on Slayer task and all that good stuff, so I can get access to the Rune Dragons via the World Gate to Kethsi. And of course, if you want that chance of getting those T90 boot drops from the Rune Dragons, then you do need to have Plague's End done, so then you can get the Rune Dragons as a Slayer task from Morvran in Prifddinas. I am very, very excited to get my teeth into this huge update for Slayer. 90 Slayer is also required to kill Rune Dragons on a task, and you know what? I can't wait. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to be slaying all week, especially these first 2 days, so I hope to see you there over on Twitch. Also, just another quick update. I have been editing my next RS3 progress video. That should be out mid this week. There's plenty of completionist gains on that video to show you guys. And also, I've got another video coming out, uploading later today around 6 o'clock. British summertime. That is the final phase guide for the next solo range only guide. Is going to be covering the Zaros phase. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope to see you there over on Twitch. It's gonna be hyped up today. I cannot wait to stream this. I'll see you there and have a great week.